Hi everyone, it's Joe. Welcome back to another Ramble. It is 11:03 p.m. EST on Wednesday, April 8th. And let us get into the Ramble. So, last night after the Ramble, what did I do? Jesus. I played Esoteric Ebb for a bit, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop, need to take a break, and then I just watched some YouTube, and I ended up falling asleep while watching said YouTube. Fortunately, the first part of my day, I don't have to go anywhere, so that gave me, time to charge my things up. So I woke up at like 9:40. It was a good thing I didn't have to go to Team Projects, because if I did, it'd be over in like 20 minutes. So then I was like, well, also it's too late for me to drive over there and see if Nick is around to hang out. So I ended up laying in bed until about 11:10. Then I got up, turned my PC on, tuned in for my remote class. After that, I received, it was like during class. I had received a text from Nick that was like, hey, from 12:30 to 1:30, I will be at the food place, the cat, like whatever he said, if you want to come hang out and like play Uno, since we're going on the field trip and it's throwing our schedule off. So I said, yeah, sure, I'll be there. So at about at about 12:15, class was over and done, so I was getting dressed, and then at about 12:20, I got a text from him that was like, okay, I'm here, I got have my food, I'm ready. I'm thinking, your text said between 12:30 and 1:30. So I texted him, I said, hey, I'm leaving my dorm. So I left my dorm, I drove down there, I went to the sushi place and got a bowl with rice and beef and asparagus and jalapenos and fried onions. And so I sat there and I ate that with him, or I ate that while we were playing Uno. And then at about so he had to leave at about 1:40. He and the other Nick in Earth History were going together to the field trip. So at about 1:20, maybe, I honestly don't know what time it was. I say probably closer to 1, but it could have been 1:15, 1:20. The other Nick actually showed up, and he also had a bowl from the sushi place. So he joined our Uno game, and we played a few rounds with him, and then they took off at about 1:40. So then I left. I went to the package pickup center, picked up my hard drive that my mom sent me from home. Then I came back here, plugged it in, formatted it. It's working. I am currently, I transferred some games over to it. I'm downloading a bunch of games as well, now that I have a bunch of space to use. So then at about 2:40, 2:45, I received a Discord call from Nick, because it was like a video call. He was going to walk around the place and let me see things and pick out fossils, and he was gonna get me fossils and whatever. So I answered the call, and we were on call, and he's walking around it was really weird, because I could hear him and he could hear me, but I couldn't hear anything else. I didn't hear any outside sounds or ambient sounds. It was really odd. So he's walking around, he's holding the phone while he's walking around. And he's stopping to look at rocks, and he has a bag, and fossils, and it's just awkward. It's not, I don't know if awkward is the right word. It's just weird, because he's can you really see anything? And I'm like, no. And I said, even the things I can't see, I don't really know what I'm looking at. And he's and it's weird, it's hard for him to look at this stuff with one hand. And he's like, do you want me to hang up and then you just know I'll find you stuff? And I was like, you could do that. I just don't know how the TA or the teachers will take it. But we could. So we stayed on call for a few more minutes, and he was like, dude, this can't be interesting for you. And I'm like, well, it's not, but it's whatever. And he was like, okay, I'm just going to hang up. He's like, I will get you rocks, fossils. He's like, I'm just gonna hang up. This is a waste of time for both of us. And I was like, yeah, you're not really wrong. So he hung up. So I was on my field trip for about 8 minutes. It was a super fun field. It was a super fun field trip. In fact, I might title this one my super fun field trip. Would that be clickbait? That might be considered clickbait. I don't know. I don't really want to clickbait though. That's kind of weird. Now making it dramatic but true is okay. But I don't know. Sorry. So yeah, I didn't really have much of a field trip. So then I was back to like working on getting stuff like downloading and transferred. The transfers took 8 years. But also I had multiple technical difficulties. Fortunately, all done with the transfers though. I've got about 5 games lined up to download. All of them are rather big, so I imagine they will take a while. But hey, I have space, so it's fine. Tomorrow's Thursday. Okay. For some reason I thought it was Friday tomorrow. I was like, it's Friday already. No, tomorrow's Thursday. So while that was doing that, I checked, like while it was downloading, transferring, whatever. I haven't been doing a whole lot. I played my fitness boxing for a little bit. I checked in Animal Crossing. I had dinner. I had this soup from home. This like bacon cheese soup of some sort. Like there's potatoes and beer cheese and like ground beef and bacon. It was very good. And then like these 2 biscuits that are supposed to be copies of like Red Lobster cheddar biscuits or whatever they're called. I've never actually had the real ones, so who knows? So yeah, I had that. It was very good. And then I was just like making sure downloads are going through. I'm trying to pick games to download. I'm checking sales and deals. And then I hopped on my PS5 and I played Payday 3 for about 15 minutes. And then I was just like, I am not feeling this right now. We're going to do something else. I really want to play Tomodachi Life. Unfortunately, it doesn't come out until next Thursday. Double unfortunately, tomorrow and next Thursday, I'll have the stupid internship meetings. Yay! Oh, that's great. My PC is making noise, and my Steam randomly keeps showing no internet connection. That's wonderful. So after this ramble, I'm probably going to watch some YouTube or maybe play a game for a little bit because I know I have to go to bed, at a normal time. Maybe I'll watch some anime. I'm not really sure. There's something I want to discuss, but I'm trying to make sure I have everything else out of the way. That way I can just put it at the end. You all know me. I like to keep the serious, unfun stuff at the end, towards the end. Okay. I think we're good to. Okay. What I'm gonna do. Yeah, I think we're good. So, I just watched, and I'll admit, I saw the first part of this on Twitter, like in a Twitter video, and then I was like, yeah, I wanna go find this. I saw this clip from this TV show, Equal Justice or something. It's like one of those courtroom shows, with like it's a. I mean, I don't know how. I'm assuming it's real. I'm sure some of it's played up for the. I'm sure some of it's played up to the camera. It was an episode. I don't know when it aired. I believe it has been up. It was uploaded to YouTube about 10 days ago, so it's a relatively recent thing, at least on YouTube. I don't know about actual TV. And so it's an episode where a dad is suing his 18-year-old son because he's gay. To put it in, to break it down a little bit, the story is that this guy, like last May or whatever, had a dude over, like a friend, and who was spending the night, and the dad didn't think anything of it, and then the next day he walks in to the son's room and they're kissing, and he's like, all right, kicks the dude out, and then they go to church. And then, like, later, the dad texts the son and is like, listen, you either need to figure out a way to fix yourself or we're kicking you out of the house. And so, so the guy, he's like, I'm scared. I think he's legitimately going to do it. We live in a very conservative part of Memphis, which I believe is in Tennessee. Why is everything always Tennessee? I saw some other insane post the other day, something in Tennessee. It's like everything Tennessee. Also, there's the other thing in Tennessee that you all know. Oh, well, actually, I don't know if I've said it or not. Okay, sorry, I'm getting off track. So the dad's like, you got to figure out how to fix this, otherwise we're kicking you out of the house. Well, then the dad goes, it was just a bluff. I didn't mean it at all. To the judge, and the judge is like, no, you absolutely meant it, and states, all these people, part of the LGBTQ plus, they all, they end up on the streets and they get kicked out, and this happened, telling the son, you weren't overreacting, your reaction was completely understandable. So it turns out the son ends up finding this 3-month conversion therapy camp. He goes during the day from 8 to 5, and so the dad researches it, and it's I like the director's philosophy, in saying that you nobody is born, homosexual, and that you can be cured. Are you sure? I don't even know if it was, are you sure you want to go? It was if you choose to go, it's $6,000. But we see that you're putting in that effort, and this will fix things or something. So the dad pays for him to go to this conversion camp, and I guess he goes for a month, and constantly is told, that he's a monster, that he's cursed, that they're going to hell, blah blah blah. So this guy, rightfully so, is feeling horrible. So not too, he texts his dad and it's I want to come home. Can I come home? And dad's like, sorry, it's $6,000. Or, can I come home? Because he's coming home every day. But, can I drop this and stay at home? With you all. You're not going to kick me out. And he's like, sorry, it's $6,000. You said you were going to do this, so you have to do it. So he's going and going and going. And finally, he contacts the guy that, he got caught kissing, that set this whole thing into motion. And so he ends up skipping a few days, and the dad finds out, and the dad is like, all right, I can't believe you did this. You owe me $6,000. Get out of my life. Stay away from me and your mom. And so the judge, rolls in the son's favor, and it's nope, you're not paying $6,000. You're loved, you're valued, And it's just how on earth can someone go on television and agree to be on camera and proceed to state their homophobia so proudly and see literally nothing wrong with this? And at the end, you hear the dad, and he's like, I love you, son. I think if we work together, we can fix this. I'm like, fix what? Fix what? I don't understand how someone can be so homophobic and see literally nothing wrong. Although I guess that's the same for all the people of this caliber. Whether it's for people who don't understand homosexuality, or don't understand, transgender people, who don't understand other non-binary people. There are other identities that I'm currently blanking on. My apologies. I hope I didn't offend anybody. It's just like I don't understand. Like these people, all they do is hate and hate and hate, and they're like, "Nah, you're the one who's wrong." And then like, I don't understand, and I'm a little ashamed to admit it. After watching this episode, it got me thinking. It's like, did I make the correct choice in wanting to transition? Because, like, now, I mean, the people that know, you all, you're, I would assume, cool with it, otherwise she wouldn't be watching. My bestie knows, obviously, and she's, supportive to no end. Wait, did I say that right? She's unconditionally supportive. Let's word it like that, because I don't know if what I said was worded correctly. And then it's like, okay, my cousin knows, and she's cool with it, and I believe her boyfriend knows, and he is super supportive. At least the last time I spoke to him, he was extremely supportive. In fact, I believe I talked about that. But, like, my parents, like, they're like, yeah, we love you. We just don't talk about this and don't really want to talk about it because talking about it makes us severely uncomfortable. And, like, I'm pretty sure they'd prefer if I went back to not being like this. And, like, they don't want me to take any kind of hormone therapy or whatever, hormone replacement treatment, because they're like, well, if you do, you never know if you'll want to back out of it, and you can't really, which, I mean, true. Like, once you really start it, I mean, there's detransitioning ways, but, like, I understand that concern, but it's like, they want it in a way that's, like, they want it in a way that is, like, I am making a terrible, reckless decision that will ruin my life, and I need to go back and go back to being not this. Like I said, I'm a little ashamed to admit that this episode really got me thinking. It's like, did I make the wrong decision? Should I not have done this and just continued to be a lie? I mean, again, I practically live a lie every day, so it wouldn't be any different than how things are now, I suppose. But it's just like, then they wouldn't be constantly uncomfortable with the whole situation, I guess. I'm gonna choose to believe that maybe I didn't make the wrong decision. I mean, I feel like if I did make the wrong choice, I feel like I would have noticed by now. I feel like, something, like, I would, I feel like by now I would have been like, okay, I don't like wearing feminine clothing, or I don't like being addressed as female, or I don't like being viewed as female. Like, but no, none of that has changed. And I feel like at some point here something would have, and it's like, if anything, I just want to go somewhere far away from people who know me and just be like actual me and be comfortable and free and open. Of course, I'll ever get that, because moving somewhere far away would be an insane challenge for me, but I can dream, I'm sure. I don't know. I don't expect this, but I don't know. Hearing thoughts from you all would be interesting. On not whether or not I made the correct decision, because ultimately only I can make that decision. But it's more like, I don't know, like, I guess your thoughts on the whole thing, or I don't even know. Feedback is appreciated, regardless of where I'm going. On that note, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here, and try to think about something not so serious, because it makes me kind of uncomfortable. Not uncomfortable in the way my parents are, but just uncomfortable because I hate thinking about serious things. Well, not hate. Just, I haven't done it in a while, so I'm out of practice. It's been like, let's see, when was the last time I thought it was something like mega serious? Just like sometime last year, I think, probably. So, I'm just out of practice. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up here because I think I've talked about everything I wanted to talk about, including the serious stuff. So if you liked what you're listening to, hit like, leave feedback in the comments below, subscribe, and turn on post notifications to stay updated on things I post. Follow me on Twitter if you feel so inclined to do so, to see a post over there. Link for that is in the description below. And as always, don't forget, your support means the world to me. Jesus means the world to me, and I love you all. But most importantly, I miss my bestie more than anyone else and anything else in the entire world. And I can't wait to talk to her again and hang out with her and have some more fun conversations and not kind of sad, depressing conversations like this. Not that I can't have them with her. In fact, she's like the one person I would be okay having them with. Just, I don't know. It's fun being around her, and I miss that fun. Okay, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow with another ramble. Until then, bye.